Jai Hind, my dear students and friends. Today we are moving to the last video lesson from the chapter depreciation and provision reserves. And the first topic we are going to learn about disposal of an asset. Disposal of an asset. Suppose you are running a business firm, there will be assets having higher huge prices purchased long years before. After its long-term use, we have to close all recordings related to that account, that assets account. At that time, we will open a new account, disposal account, asset disposal account, to remove all the details regarding that asset from the company's books of accounts. That is the concept disposal of an asset. It includes removing all the entries related to the asset. Suppose it will happen at the time of sale of an asset also. After its sales, after its removal, there will be no entry regarding maybe depreciation or any other thing regarding the asset removed from the firm. For that, we are opening disposal account, asset disposal account. Under this method, a new account is opened named asset disposal account at the time of sale of an asset. We have to pass the following journal entries. When provision for depreciation account is maintained, asset disposal account debtor to asset, that is the entry. Asset disposal account debtor to asset is the entry. Provision for next we have to transfer that item into provision for depreciation account. When we are maintaining provision for depreciation account debtor to asset disposal, that is another entry. And when we are selling, that we will write in the credit side of asset account and debit side of bank account. So bank account debtor to assets disposal account, the selling price, and asset disposal to profit and loss if there is any profit on sale of asset, and if there is any loss, profit and loss account debtor to asset disposal at the time of its sales. And we can use the entry depreciation account debtor to asset if we are not maintaining provision for depreciation account also. Already we have discussed in the previous lesson. If we are opening the provision for depreciation account, there will be provision for depreciation account debtor to asset disposal account. If we are not opening the provision for depreciation account, we have to open depreciation account debtor to assets disposal. So let us learn the concept by solving this problem. On 1st April 2008, Jasmith Limited purchased a machine for rupees 12 lakh. On 1st October 2010, a part of the machine purchased on the 1st April 2008 for rupees 80,000 was sold for rupees 45,000. And a new machine was purchased for 1,58,000 on the same date. Machine purchased for 1,58,000 on the same date is the another machine purchased. Additional. Company provides depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on a written down value method, diminishing balance method. The second method of calculating depreciation. When provision for, we have to prepare the ledger account when provision for depreciation account is not maintained and when provision for depreciation account is maintained. So let us draw the format of the machinery account. It will begin with the purchase of the asset to bank 12 lakh, depreciation for that in the first year 1,20,000 with a 10%. Remaining it will be by balance carried down 10,80,000. We are totaling the account, balancing 10,80,000 will be brought down for the next year 10,80,000. Again we are calculating the depreciation for the same year by depreciation 1,08,000. 10,08,000 into 10, it will be 1,08,000. The total it will be 10 lakh 80,000 minus 1 lakh 8,000. We will get a balance carried down 9 lakh 72,000. Let us look the brought down balance again. Two balance brought down 9 lakh 72,000, and on the same debt, some part of the asset was sold. So by bank 45,000, and there is a loss because just look at this, asset worth 80,000 was sold for 45,000. 45,000. And the calculated amount of depreciation for that 80,000 is what? 3,240 for that particular asset. Remaining loss amount will be transferred to, credit side of asset account. And then we are recording the two bank new machinery purchase 1 lakh 58,000, depreciation for that machinery from October to 31st March, it will be 98,620. We are finding the balance by totaling the two sides. 11 lakh 30,000 is the total, and the difference it will be 9 lakh 66,580. 9 lakh 66,580. So this is the way we are preparing machinery account if the provision or depreciation account is not maintained. When we prepare the machinery, when we open the provision for depreciation account, look at that, there will be no entry in the credit side related to depreciation. It will be posted to provision for depreciation account. So my dear students, look at this, the machinery account, when the provision for depreciation account is maintained, we have to prepare the machinery account. We will transfer the value of purchase price of the machinery 12 lakh, and we will close 12 lakh. That branch will be brought on for the next year, and we will find the total. Again, we will get down the balance, and will be brought down for the next year 12 lakh. And then we are writing what is the actual purchase price of the next asset 1,58,000, and we are transferring the selling price of the asset. First asset means the part of that asset which are selling to the account by machinery disposal account, 80,000. And after that disposal of that part of the asset, remaining amount in the machinery account is 12,78,000. 12,78,000. Just look at this account. No amount of depreciation or provision for depreciation is not there in this account when we open the provision for machinery depreciation account. I hope it is very clear. Now we are moving to the preparation of provision for depreciation account. Every year it will begins with the depreciation. By depreciation 1,20,000 for the asset worth 12 lakh. That will be carried down and brought down for the next year 1,20,000. In the remaining amount, depreciation is calculated. So written down value method we are following. So by depreciation 1,08,000. Total balance of depreciation 2,28,000. That will be brought down for the next year 2,28,000. Then we are calculating the amount of depreciation of which the asset is sold. So amount of depreciation of that asset sold 3,240, and for the remaining asset depreciation is 98,620. So total amount will be there, out of which the machinery disposal account will record all the amount of depreciation for the asset sold. All the amount of depreciation for the asset sold. First year 8,000, second year 7,200, third year it is 3,240. That amount will be transferred to machinery disposal account, and after that remaining amount in the depreciation provision for depreciation account is 3,11,420. So this 18,440, it is the amount of depreciation, total amount of depreciation for that asset sold worth 80,000. Then we have to prepare another account machinery disposal account. So by provision for depreciation, the machinery which is sold for 80,000 in the debit side, and its provision for depreciation total amount 18,440. This amount will be taken. This amount will be taken. And what is the selling price? 80,000 is the cost of the asset which is sold. Selling price 45,000. So 80,000 minus 45,000 minus the amount of depreciation, that is showing a loss. That asset was sold at a loss of rupees 16,560. 16,560. So remember the calculation of and the preparation of machinery disposal account. Machinery disposal account. So we will transfer the cost, original cost of the asset sold 80,000, and the total amount of depreciation for that asset 18,440, and the amount of selling price of that particular machinery 45,000, and difference it will be a loss. Difference it is loss. My dear students, the problem area related to depreciation for depreciation account and that chapter is over. But the theoretical area, some more topics are there. That is provision and reserve. Provision and reserve theory part related to depreciation, and some more areas related to the liability. Liability means provision for depreciation, provision for doubtful debt. All that items are liability. So it is the amount provision. What is provision? Provision is an amount. It is kept from the amount of profit and loss every year, and it is kept for meeting non-liability. Provision is the amount taken from the profit to meet the non-liability. That is the important word you have to remember. It is taken for meeting the non-liability. The provision is an amount set aside by charging it in the profit and loss account to provide for non-liability, the amount which cannot be determined accurately because they are not yet incurred. Examples are given there. Provision for depreciation, already you know when you prepare the final account, there we have calculated the depreciation, that is provision for depreciation. Provision for bad and doubtful debt, the amount kept to meet the loss of depreciation, that is provision for depreciation. The amount taken from profit to meet the loss of bad and doubtful debt, that is provision for bad and doubtful debt. So these are liabilities which are known. Some up to certain extent we know what is the amount of liability. And the importance of provision, actually the provisions are taken to meet anticipated losses. Anticipated losses we know very well. Sometimes there will be happen these type of anticipated expected losses. To meet that provision we are taking, and to meet the non losses and liability we are taking the provision, and also to present the actual financial statement. To present the actual financial position, we are finding out and calculating the amount of provision. And a provision, it is every time a profit, it is a deduction from profit, so it will be shown in the debit side of provision, and it will be shown in the debit side of profit and loss account, and it is a liability, so it will be shown in the liability side of balance sheet. Provision is a liability that will be shown in the liability side of balance sheet. First, we have to find the amount of provision, and we have to show it in the debit side of profit and loss account. And another term related to this area, reserve. Provision is the amount taken from profit to meet non-liability, but a reserve is the amount taken from profit. It is kept from profit to meet unknown liability, unknown events, unknown future contingencies. So reserve are the amounts set aside out of profit. It is an appropriation of profit. Appropriation means it is a division of profit, but a provision is a charge. It is an expense deducted from profit. So important examples for reserve include general reserve and capital reserve. The different types of reserve include general reserve, and the amount taken from profit the appropriate amount from profit for meeting common liabilities or losses that may happen. So it is the amount set aside from the profit, not for any specific purpose, but for common, to meet the common liabilities of the organization. It's available for strengthen the financial position or expansion of the business. Actually, retaining profit is otherwise known as reserve. The profit is retained in the business in different forms, that is reserve. It includes the general reserve. Specific reserves are used only for specific purpose, but general reserve is used for any type of common activities. Just take an example: workmen compensation reserve. Workmen compensation reserve. It is a specific reserve taken to meet the specific purposes of the organization. Taken to meet the specific purpose means if there is any accidents or any needs for the employees, that amount will be workmen compensation reserve will be utilized. And secret reserve, it is not recorded in the balance sheet, but it is taken from the profit and kept secretly as a hidden reserve in the organization. That is why it is known as hidden reserve also. Secret reserve is a reserve. The existence of that amount which is not disclosed in the balance sheet means it is not recorded in the balance sheet, but it is there for meeting unforeseen events, or liabilities. So the secret reserve is also known as hidden reserve. The specific reserves again classified. The different specific reserves include dividend equalization reserve, workmen compensation fund, investment fluctuation fund, debenture redemption reserve. All these things we will learn in detail in the second year. So you just keep in your mind the names. Specific reserves include dividend equalization reserve, workmen compensation reserve, investment fluctuation fund, and a debenture redemption reserve. Remember, the general reserve and specific reserves are appropriation from revenue profit. Revenue profit means from the profit and loss account. But this capital reserve, it is not taken from that revenue profit, but it is created out of capital profit. Best example we can say, suppose your business have an old machinery worth rupees 30,000. An old machinery, when you purchased it is on its price is 1 lakh, but now after its continuous use, it's now we can estimate an market price 30,000. Suppose you are interested to sell that asset. When you went for sell that asset, you are getting 40,000. Instead of 30,000, you are getting 40,000. So 10,000, you are getting more what you have expected. That 10,000 is known as capital profit. The profit on sale of fixed asset. That type of items will contribute for the capital reserve. So remember, capital reserves are created out of capital profit, which do not arise from the normal operating activities. So the profit generated from activities which are incidental, not repeating or operating activities. It is non-repeating, the amount gained from non-repeating activities. Such reserves are not available for the distribution of dividend. These reserves can be used for writing off of capital losses or issue of bonus shares like that. All these things we will learn in detail. But remember one sentence: capital reserve is the reserve created out of capital profit. And the different sources of capital profit include premium on issue of share or debenture, profit on sale of fixed asset. I think it is familiar for you, and also profit on redemption of debenture, profit on revaluation of fixed asset and liability, profit prior to incorporation, profit on reissue of forfeited share. Remember, all these things we will learn. Actually, it is very important chapters in the second year. We will learn in detail there. Only to get an example, I just listed all these items. So please remember the concepts related to reserve and provision. Provision is the amount taken for non-liability, and the reserve is taken from profit, appropriation from profit for unknown liability or unforeseen events. So secret reserve, I think you know very well, it is also known as hidden reserve. So it is created out of undervaluation of inventory or stock, charging capital expenditure to profit or loss, making excessive provision for doubtful debt, showing contingent liabilities as actual liability. Actually, it is taken from profit by showing all these adjustments in the profit and loss account. So these are the concepts regarding what is provision and what is reserve. So my dear students, our chapter depreciation, provision and reserve is over. In the next class, we will learn with we will meet with a new chapter. So you have to do one thing: work maximum problems, develop your knowledge regarding the preparation of depreciation account, machinery account, and also the asset disposal account. So thank you for your patient listening. Thank you so much.